Hi everyone, we're going to focus in tonight on least common multiple. So it's often called LCM, and you can see that here we have our L, our C for common, and the M for multiple. So we have least, which is the smallest or the first or the littlest amount. Common, if they have it in common, it occurs most often. And multiple would be like what you would think about on a multiplication chart. So when you think multiple, you're taking a whole number and multiplying it by another number. So I could take my whole number and times it by 1. I could take my whole number times it by 2, and I could take my whole number times it by 3, and so on. So if I have multiples, I want to find the first multiples of 3 and 4, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply the 3 by 1, the 4 by 1. I'm going to multiply both of the numbers by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. And I'm going to continue going. What I've noticed is that as I move on, I have found two numbers that they have in common. There's a 12 here and there's a 12 here. That would be called the least common multiple, or the LCM. So step one is to make your list of multiples. I'm going to try it with 8 and 24. So when I go ahead and I set out multiples of 8, 8, 16, 24, multiples of 24, 24, 48, 72. I didn't even need to continue filling in the chart here because right away I can see that 24 is the least common multiple of 8 and 24. So it can be one of the numbers that you're working with. So L least, C common, M multiple. One last example. Here I have 9 and 12. If I want to first start by making my list of multiples, so I have 9 and 12. 9 times 1, and then I will do the same thing here. I've got to do my 12 times 1 is 12. And I would like you to pause it here to figure out what would be the next parts of the chart. And after you're done pausing, let's scroll down and continue to find out if you filled it in correctly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue and see if what you picked is the same here. And once I go through, I can see that 9 and 12, I listed my multiples of 9, I list my multiples of 12, and I could stop here because 36 is a common multiple of 9 and 12. And it's the first one that they have in common, or the smallest, least common. It occurred most often in each one. And multiple, we used our multiples to find that answer. So our goal was to try to understand least common multiple. This is going to help us a lot with fractions when we move into that. I hope you have a good understanding. And now you need to go to Google Classroom and fill out your WISC. Make a difference today, everybody.